Steve Kuncewicz is our man in the social media game. He's an expert at BLM law. Steve, hi. Good morning from Birmingham.
Good morning, how are you?
Yeah, I'm fine. Nice to talk to you again, mate. So, tell us about this guy. Do you know much about him, Steve?
I don't, but I'm 41 and I don't follow him. There's a lot of other influencers that I do follow. But he's an example of how easy it can potentially be if you're willing to put the time and the effort in to build up a following the way he has done and to cause the kind of scenes that we saw at the Bull Ring when he makes a personal appearance.
So how would he have started this? Because he's only 19, so he can't have been doing it for many years.
Well, no, but there's a number of YouTube channels that I don't let my 7-year-old watch of kids opening, say, toys. There's one called Ryan's Toy Review, and I think the kid on there's about 5 or 6. And he and his parents have now turned that into their vocation, turned it into a bit of an industry for it. I think people like the idea that they're getting an authentic connection with the person who's making that content. And once they've got a bit of a connection, they tend to try and build it into something a bit more sustainable and build it into a business. And that's exactly what this guy's done. That's what a lot of influencers are looking to do. And they're doing pretty well out of it.
There was quite a famous video of... They were babies at the time. One was a toddler, one was a baby, and the baby bit the thumb of his baby brother. You may remember this. Is probably about 5 or 6 years ago, and I can't remember what they were called, the family, but as I understand, it was so successful. That was just a natural or organic moment captured on, film, and the face on the brother whose thumb was being bitten was the reason it was so magical. But I think after that, the family tried to turn those two into stars to see if there was a revenue stream for them there as well, Steve. I don't know if you remember that one. There's been so many, probably.
No, just about. But I think the thing they had there was, and it's an overused word, but they had something that genuinely went viral. And if something goes viral, it's quite hard to make it do so. There's only you lose a bit of that control. And you can argue, again, that's what happened at the Bull Ring this weekend, but actually you can argue the opposite as well, is that he's been able to control his following and he's been able to get them engaged and build a really, really well-engaged audience out of it. Is he now trying to leverage into a long-term career?
Charlie Bit My Finger, it's called, by the way, Steve.
I'll be looking it up after I get off air, Danny.
And this was... I think that was insincere myself. And this was 2007. Charlie Bit My Finger, simply known as Charlie. 2007 internet viral video, famous for formerly being the most viewed YouTube video. As of December 2018, the video has received over 865 million views. And what the mum and dad did after that, Steve, they basically just stuck a load of cameras in front of these kids, just wondering if anything else natural would happen. I'm not sure that anything did else happen, but they've got their own Wikipedia page, their own agent, and sure enough, these kids now, well, it was 12 years ago, Steve, so they've mocked up these kids now who look, like they're about to leave school. Sure enough, one of them's biting the finger, and that's a remake of the 2007 viral video. What about, Steve, in the news just before the weekend, there was a big clampdown on British stars who were basically advertising products, but they weren't being clear that they were being rewarded for tweeting. What do you know about that?
So that's been coming a long time. The Competition Markets Authority and the Advertising Standards Authority have said for a very, very long period of time that the most important thing about advertising is that you know when you're being advertised to. And the argument is that an awful lot of these celebrities and influencers have had paid partnership with brands, they've been asked to promote certain things, and they've not made it clear to the public that some money has changed hands. So what we've had are 16 of the leading UK influencers, and that's got celebrities, bloggers, YouTubers, agree that they're going to sign a pledge, so they're going to stick to these rules. And that's things like putting a hashtag ad on a piece of content that you post out there, because the argument is that, influencers are getting asked to push products and people don't realise, viewers don't realise that they're being paid to do so. Yeah. So there's a debate around the extent of the problem about whether kids actually do know when they're being advertised to, but certainly it can potentially be a criminal offence if you get this wrong with the consumer protection regulation. So that's why we've seen this new guidance come out.
Wow. Do you know how much this kid could charge for a personal appearance, Steve? Obviously, they've flown him in from New York.
Off the top of my head, I don't, but I can tell you that's it for clients before now, where they've had brand ambassadors wanting a very, very large amount of money for just one tweet, or one post on Instagram. So I can only imagine what a personal appearance would cost.
How much, Steve? Don't give us any names, but what sorts of figures can they command?
We're talking in the tens of thousands.
What, just for a tweet?
Yes.
And how many followers do you need in order to command a fee of that? Because it's
Well,
all...
you're normally talking about millions, but I think it's about the demographic of those followers.
Yes.
You're trying to hit a certain segment of the market, therefore you go to an influencer who you think has a really engaged following.
Wow. So if they have for example, if they're a pop star, then it could be a tweet about something fashionable to wear, something like that.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly.